Well, welcome back, y'all. It's Saturday, November 29th, 2025. Rifle season still going on, but we've all of us have killed our rifle bucks. Of course, I could still be bow hunting, but it's a high wind day today. So we're going to go through the process of, I still got to get that tree cut up, of do-it-yourself European mounts. So Brendan and I have cleaned all the hide and the meat and everything off of all 5 of our bucks. I got one, Brenda got one, Riker got his first, Deanne got her first, and Chris got his first. So we're going to do all of them a European mount, and we're going to do them ourselves. Or I'm going to do it myself. So I'm going to try my best. So I'll show you where I'm at. Now, I have all of them soaking in warm water and some Dawn dish, well, not Dawn, but some dish soap. It's got degreaser in it or whatever. Because Brandon and I skinned ours earlier in the week, and I've watched a ton of YouTube videos, probably too many, and they said to get them soaking so the meat doesn't stain the skulls. So I was kind enough to go to Academy last night after we got done processing her deer, and they had a couple of turkey fryers on sale. So she bought a couple of them, and I'm going to go buy some supplies, and I'm going to attempt to do this. So I'm going to bring you all along. You can see my mistakes, learn along with me, and hopefully everything's going to turn out all right. The only thing I'm really concerned about is the whitening process. I've seen so many different ways and using different kinds of peroxides and stuff. I'm not sure what to do, but I'm gonna just probably buy some just regular peroxide that you can buy in the cheap little bottles at Walmart or dollar store or wherever, and go with that way. They say you have to soak it a little longer if you go that way. Y'all come along on this journey. We can learn together. Comment, like, subscribe. I need all the help we can get trying to do stuff like this. So, all right, guys. So I'm back from my Walmart run. Bought these, picked up them 2 turkey fryers, got my supplies. I gotta put the turkey fryers together. So I'm just gonna do one and get one of the heads boiling, maybe 2. I don't know if I can get 2 in the pot or not. I'm gonna try. Then I'll put the other one together and get it going. I went ahead and bought some OxiClean because I watched a couple of YouTube videos from guys that taxidermists that do it for a living, and said the OxiClean works really well. So I went ahead and bought some of that. I just bought the 3% peroxide, and I bought some little shallow trays to put the heads in after I get them all cleaned up and everything. So we're going to see how it works. So after I get everything together and get everything started, I'll bring you back and let y'all follow along. All right, guys, so I got mine in. It's not quite up to boiling yet, but I put a scoop of the OxiClean in. My neighbor's out there. He's done some before. He's like, well, put a little baking soda in there too. So I'm gonna go inside and get a little scoop of baking soda and put in there. And he just normally uses the dish soap method. So it needs to get to about 150 right now. So I think about 175, 180 what I was reading to simmer. I'm only going to do this one. I'm not going to put my other one together or the other one we got. See if I can get this done today and get it soaking in peroxide. So anyway, I may have to let it dry out. And I don't have a power washer, but I got a pressure tip for my hose. So anyway, worked pretty good. The only thing downside of this, it's already gone out on me once because I forgot. You gotta keep turning that timer. So this one has a timer and it runs for about 15 minutes. And then it shut off. I was out there talking and forgot about it. So anyway, I went ahead and wrapped my antlers in some saran wrap and taped them up. I mean, if they get bleached a little bit, at least I'll know. You can always buy some wood stain and go over them. And that's just one scoop of the OxiClean. It's foaming up pretty good, so hope I didn't put too much in there. All right, guys, it's been about a couple hours. Been simmering right around 200. Boiled over a couple of times. I may use too much soap, so yeah. That's what the other buckets are there for. I had to pull it out real quick, and of course you can see it on the ground. So, learning curve. So anyway, I got 4 more chances to get it right. So I couldn't find the high pressure tip for my old wand, so I'm going to use just what we used to water with and put it on jet and see if it works. If not, so it's back in the pot because that didn't work. I hardly got any meat off of it at all. So I guess it needs to simmer longer. And I'm probably going to have to get a little inexpensive power wash. I'll just run down to Harbor Freight and go get one. I told Brandon, I'm like, well, if I screw up on mine, worst comes to worst, I'll just cut the antlers off and make a wall plaque out of it. So, but I got it back on. And I'll let it run through 2 timer cycles, which is 30 minutes. So, but I'm not going to try to spray it off. I'll just move the pot over to the side and just let it sit in that water overnight. So, live and learn. So this is a learning curve for me. So, I was trying to do the cheapest method I could, and so far, no luck. So, I mean, most of you guys probably already have a turkey fryer or whatever, so we had to buy a turkey fryer. You don't have to. I could have used the outside burner on my gas grill, but they said that you can really crank these up. And all right, guys, so I boiled it for another 30 minutes, and I dug some meat out with a screwdriver and a pair of needle nose and got quite a bit off, but it's about 6:30 now, so so I put it in that bucket right there, let it soak with the others are soaking too. I heard that it's good to do that. Hey y'all, welcome back. So as you can see, these are my first attempt at doing European mounts. So I did all 5 of the bucks that we got during rifle season last year, and all I did was I soaked them in water. I let them soak for, it's been almost 4 months. I skinned them. I took off the bottom jaw, and I left the eyes in, the brain in. The bottom jaw comes out, the tongue comes out, and I just soaked them in buckets. And I kept changing the water, especially when it got warm, every 2 or 3 weeks. And that's all I did. I took them out yesterday, and this is Riker's little buck. His first deer, a lot bigger than the one I killed my first deer years ago. But as you can plainly see, it did a really good job. So I've got him out here sunning. I haven't put peroxide on them. I didn't stick them in Dawn or whatever because they're already pretty white. I'll turn this around for you. As you can plainly see, they're pretty white. So I'm gonna let them sun and air. They do have a little odor to them. I didn't really want to stick them back in any kind of water because the teeth have come loose. So I'm trying not to lose no teeth, and then after we get done putting Mod Podge on them or whatever, I'm gonna super glue them back into place. I read that's common, that happens even when you boil them. This is mine. I lost 4 teeth. I got I got 2 of them. And Brenda's lost some teeth, and I got 2 of hers. So, but the ones are still in Deanne's, Riker's, and Chris's. So, on Brenda's here, as you can see, there's some stuff, because I tried to boil hers at first, and I didn't allow myself enough time, and I didn't want to ruin them. So hers is a little wider, but I'm just going to leave them out in the sun for a little bit and let them air every day this week that I can. And if they're not wide enough, I've got some liquid hydrogen peroxide that I will put them in little totes and do that if need be. Brendan's got some Mod Podge, and I bought some Mop and Glow, or you can use either of those 2 to kind of paint on there and make them shine a little bit. So I'm going to finish, with the test stuff on mine. And I was supposed to have grabbed mine to begin with when I boiled them, but I grabbed Brenda's by mistake and didn't realize I was even doing hers until after I pulled them out. So, but anyway, they turned out pretty good. I have the time now. If you don't have time, then there's quicker ways to do this. But this actually, I was really surprised at how easy it was. There is was a little odor out in the barn, but it's just out in the barn. So if you don't have a place where you can leave them buckets outside, you might not want to do it this way. Next year, or this coming deer season, if we're fortunate enough to do them again, I'm going to buy a bigger tote. I'm going to put all of them in one tote and buy an aquarium heater and turn it up, they said, about 85 or 90 degrees, and that'll make the process a little quicker. So, but even doing it the way I did it, I took them out. I probably could have taken them out, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they probably would have, because it just hosed right off. I didn't have to use a pressure washer or nothing. All the meat just hosed right off. I had to pick a few places, like inside some of the membranes and everything, but all the brine matter and everything, it all just washed out. I had to pull the eyeballs out. That was the only thing that I had to pull out, and they just pulled right out. I didn't have to cut them out and dig them out or anything. Hey y'all, welcome back. So I finally got our deer skulls all finished up. I let them air out for about a month. I did not put any peroxide on them, and they turned out really well. I'm really satisfied with it. Let me turn this around for you. So I put 2 coats of Mop and Glow on them, and there was a little bit of odor left, and now there is none. Just smells like Mop and Glow. And then I took the antlers, I bought some boiled linseed oil, and I put it on a rag and rubbed it in on the antlers because they were starting to get a little faded looking, and it brought them back to life. And I'm really satisfied with the way everything turned out. All in all, it took me about 5 months. I probably could have done it sooner or quicker. But so I super glued all the teeth back into place. I lost a couple in mine, so lesson learned: when you're changing the water out, make sure there's no teeth in the water. So, and I read on some other posts where it's common for the teeth to become loose. So I wished I'd learned to do this, sooner. I could have saved myself some money over all these years, not taking it to a taxidermist. No offense to you guys that do this for a living. And, but everything's so expensive now. And I got satisfaction out of doing it myself. So, but anyway, hope you guys liked the video and you learned something. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Y'all have a blessed day. Take care.